Hello everyone, Krydex here. Welcome back to our Nullius playthrough. In our last episode, we got wells running and a little bit better of a power system here. So we power the wells and the filtering, so we always have water for our solar collectors. I've just kind of started redesigning this system here, so it will pump. How's it going, Messagide? We are going to pump the steam into a system of tanks, which should be fine, and then we'll pump steam out. And we can expand this system of tanks if we want more storage. But I think 8 is enough for now. That's quite a bit. I mean, 6 kilojoules times 30k times 8. What does that get us? 6 kilojoules times 30... We'll just call that 6 megajoules, and then times 8. So 1440 megajoules. I'll be right back. I gotta check on something. All right, we're back. Okay, so 1440 megajoules. How much is that? Like, let's say I need an extra 10 megawatts. That'll only last me 144 seconds. So maybe that's not as much as I want. Maybe we'll do a few more here. We'll do another 4. And I think we should be able to pump enough out. When tanks are directly connected, the flow rate, I think, is very high. I guess we'll see. But in any case, back to this math. So those average at 150 plus an extra third. So a lot of them are at 40%, but some are at 30, and the corner ones are at 20. So I guess I could figure out the average, but most of them are at 40. This outer middle part is at 30, and those are only at 20%. In any case, 200 each times 30 is 6 megawatts. And these can handle exactly 6 megawatts. And then we need exactly 6 of these. So we'll do that. And we'll do that. And there we go. And so then those will fill up with steam, and we could potentially make this design more copy pastable. And I also want to do some advanced fluid handling pipes here to make this look a lot nicer. And to help out the flow rates too. So simplest, oops, I just deleted something I didn't want to delete. It's this guy. Simplest way to do this is just with the 1 to 2 pipes. That can go forwards and backwards, which is really awesome. So we will just do these guys. Oh, I already have them here. Okay, and then, oops. And then copy that. And then we can just go straight up the line. And then put that there. And we're good to go. And then with the steam, we want the 1-to-1s. And then, yeah, I mean, I guess we want like a T and then this. I really need to automate all these guys, but that should do it. And then all of this can be made much nicer. Ugh, I don't know why picker isn't working when I press on that ghost. It should work. Maybe I have a setting wrong. We want a 1 to 3 here, actually. And then that guy. Ah, much nicer. And then let's see what's going on here. These are the one-way valves. And then these are only overflow. That's right. Okay. Perfect. All right. Well, that should do it. So we're all filled up on steam. That's 6 megawatts. I could, you know, move these down a little bit. Maybe I'll do this. So then this all fits. I could scoot everything a little closer together and then start tiling it. And I can get 6 more megawatts. I could definitely make this more dense. For sure. I could even take... Yeah, I'm not going to worry about that right now, but we've got options once we need more power. Okay, so next big ticket item is, I guess, brick production, because I want to cover everything in brick. So we'll do that. Our power is looking okay. You know, something that's always kind of bothered me is it doesn't tell you your average satisfaction. It's always the instantaneous rate, even if you click on longer time periods. You can look at the average usage of things, and I guess over here you can see the average production. So if you add all these up, you get the answer. But with production, you know, if I look at something, it'll actually average the numbers out. Here, I guess there's no, I guess it's not a direct comparison, but it's just always bothered me a little bit that that's the case, and you can't just look at, like, over the last 10 minutes, on average, how much does my base use? Because I think that's what I would prefer. But in any case, let's make bricks. Gravel is still being taken care of, I hope. Yep, these are all running. This would be a really good place for efficiency modules. Now that I think about it. How many of those do I have? I have 4 more. That's not 0, but what is the holdup on them? We're short on whatever goes on the other side of this one. These guys. Yeah. Okay. Not going to worry about that right now. So then this whole section... is a bit of a mess. Okay, first of all, let's make some more of the big boy miners. And we need to grab motors. Oh geez, my inventory is a mess. Blech. Okay, let's get rid of some iron ingots. And some bauxite. Oh yeah, I don't have bauxite over here either. We still haven't put that on a belt, which I can do, so let's bring bauxite over so I can finally say I've automated whatever it's called. Those mineral samples. Okay, plop those down. Bam, bam. Got bauxite on a belt. And then underground. Ta-da. And then this needs to go down this way. And voila, that should do it. So then we've got bauxite, and we can take that off. Okay, and then we want more bricks, so that requires silica. Let's just make a line real quick. So this is going to be brick, refractory brick. Let's say 3 per second, because I want to make sure I have enough. And sand, get some extra stone out. We only need 3 per second. So nothing too crazy. That alone is almost enough. But we'll get some extra going here. Put that on that side, and that should be good enough. So then I need some crushers, which we will have to automate, and then I need a flotation, 2 of them, and then I need some more medium furnaces. Now, I do remember automating furnaces, do I not? Somewhere. Maybe it's over here. Did I make that up? Yeah, here it is. Right here. So these should be going into a chest. And that should go over there. Oh, wait, nope, I already have the chest. Gosh dang it. That's funny. I already thought about it. The chest is right here. Okay, so that'll help me make bigger furnaces faster. Alrighty, so we got that going. Then we need some sandstone. At this point, I don't really care. I'm just gonna bring it over here. And down where I have some space. Okay, so then we've got 3 crushers. Input of exactly 3. And then output of exactly 3, but over multiple products. So then we will need sideways inserters. And then left will be the stone. That's the wrong kind of stone. And that can escape with the gravel. Out that way. And then that will leave me with plenty of sand. Come back up. And then we need 2 of these. I think we can just connect them like so. Still don't know why the picker mod isn't working. I don't know what's going on. Picker extended. Allow multiple pipette crafts, which is what it should be doing. I don't know, it's some sort of bug. I've had it happen before, but never this often. It just worked there. I was able to click there and it makes one. But like inserters, didn't work. So I don't totally understand why it doesn't work sometimes. And it does work other times. It's very frustrating. Okay, so we need some power. And then we need water, which I can just use this, in all honesty. What is this nightmare of a connection? We can fix this now. Like so. Yeah, this is really annoying, because I would just normally do pipette crafting on that. So I don't know why I can't do pipette crafting. I'll have to see if I can find that out. So we do that, and now that's good to go. And a lot prettier. And then these guys... we need some corners, some streets. Some more of that. I need steel plates. Grab the steel. Trying to free up some inventory by crafting away a couple items. Like, why do I have this much glass? That is a lot of glass. Oh, power's low again. Oof. That's really bad. See, why are these not providing 6 megawatts? Something is wrong. Why are these on low power? Oh, they're connected to the wrong network. That's what's going on. Okay, well, that's a problem. I need to go fix that. Also, I'm not even making glass over here anymore because I deleted that, so we need to make some glass with this. Okay, whatever. We'll fix that in a minute. I gotta go fix the pumps. The pumps need to be on the network that's powered by the priority steam. So that's definitely part of the issue. No, well, it is the issue. This network right here needs to be what powers the pumps. Now that's actually a little difficult. I guess these only need to be connected to the turbines. So these pumps can have a connection here. And then that can go down and connect to this. Okay. And then these are the main power lines. And they just need to connect to the edge of the turbines. That should do it. So now we've got our full 6 megawatts from those. But wind has picked up again. So I almost wonder if I should have some more of these. But as backup turbines? To help smooth out the wind and the solar. Is that crazy? I actually don't think that's crazy. It will mean if we have... Yeah, I won't overdo it, but it will mean if we have an extended time of low wind, then we will burn through our solar too quickly. But this will function as a little bit of smoothing. So those will pop on. Maybe this will only be... Do I have those auxiliary valves? Ooh, wait, I have the new valves. Hold on. I have the new valves that I can use for everything. Where are they? Top up, auxiliary, one way. Oh, there it is. I need red wire for it. Because that lets you change the threshold, which is awesome. But I guess a relief valve should be fine. So this, actually, I will pump into a separate storage We need to move these up. Something like this. And so these will be kind of like batteries, accumulators for the solar, essentially. But those will only operate if we have excess steam in the first place. So if we're using all 6 megawatts, then those won't happen, which I like. These aren't connected. Yeah, they are. They're connected this way. Okay. Sweet. Okay, so that should help smooth out wind plus solar a little bit. Because essentially we need a way for solar to be storing up energy while wind is providing all the energy we need. Rather, because the old way of thinking of solar is like, oh, I just want it to provide 6 megawatts constantly. But that's not what we actually need. Because when wind is high, solar doesn't provide anything. And when wind is low, we need solar to provide more. It does, you know, what I just did, I think will prevent. So if all of the solar is getting used, it will just provide a solid 6 megawatts. Because that's why I didn't want to just add more standard turbines, is then it would use up all my steam immediately, and then we'd have a huge crash in the middle of the night. Just like what happens with accumulators in vanilla Factorio. So I wanted to avoid that. By only having the maximum output be 6 megawatts. But then that has a cost of not being able to provide extra, so then I had to add that in with the backup turbines. But I think that's all good now. So then I can still craft some more of these. I need some more underground pipes. Doo-doo-doo. Ooh, and we've got 7 of our special motors, and this needs to be fed. Oh yeah, the silicon ingots for that. But here we have some beautiful underground pipes. Also, our gravel is slowly disappearing. Wow, my inventory. I can't even move gravel. I have such a full inventory. This gravel's all gone, finally. Oops. Okay. And now this is all set up. Okay, so I need 2 to 1 here, 1 to 1 here. I need an L, an I, an L here. This is wastewater, so I'll attach it to that. So I need another L. And then this becomes a 1 to 2. Now that's hooked up. And then we need another L. Oh, I can't pipe that craft. Why not? So frustrating. Put that up 1, and then here, and then this guy turns 2 corners like that. Now, oh, that's seawater. I'm on the wrong thing. This actually needs to move back 1. So then this can attach after I flush it. There we go. Okay. Connect that up. And then attach this. Perfect. So there we go. 3 and 3.2. So then that will create silica. And I need some more power poles too. Jeez. And then we need our 5 furnaces. And I think I'll have a little bit of glass too. But that's foundries, right? Yeah. So then we'll run the silica down and up. And I don't think anything needs an input of more than 1 per second. Yeah, definitely not. So we will prioritize glass, and this is just glass to go into random things. That'll go into the logistics network once I have it. You know, like the underground pipes need glass. Why do underground pipes need glass? That's actually a very good question. This one, the junction. Why would you put glass in a pipe? That actually does not make sense to me. The rubber makes sense. The steel makes sense. Or I guess rubber's on that one. But that, having glass, does not make sense. Okay, and then this is 2 per second. We automated more than that, so we need 2 inserters. And we are going to use a big old chest. I won't let it fill up all the way, but that's 5, 10, 20, or 50. We'll do 20,000. Should be a lot. And then this will just be 1,000 glass, and I can jumpstart it with quite a bit. Sweet. Okay. So increased brick production is done. And that should help me cover the world. And we are still slowly researching robotics. Did I run out of purple? I did. And I'm doing something wrong. Oh, this is still making red science. I forgot to, like, have this stop. So this needs to be for Poiple science. And we'll just get rid of all this. And go grab the purple science that we've got ready. Also, I'm out of motors again. And I'll try to grab some silicon ingots so I can make some more motor twos. This is also slightly too high. It's easy to over-adjust, so we'll see if that worked. All right. Oh, wow. We have a lot of purple. You know, I can start filling up my logistics trash, too. No, I didn't actually adjust it. Okay, we'll see if that was too much. It just all depends on my slouchingness, you know? I wonder if... No, I shouldn't be wondering. I'm sure they have cameras that actually track your head and keep it in the same relative position. But I bet those are much more expensive than what I bought. Purple science goes here. Okay, so that's why that was stalled out. We should be good to go on the other sciences. Yep, we got those running. Red science is short on motors because that's short on plastic because I disconnected power. Nice work, Rydex. That should get plastic running again. And yeah, you can see we're running on our backup 4 megawatts from solar. Let's do more than 4 backup megawatts. Let's do 6. That's maybe a good ratio. I don't know. Yeah, I'm just still trying to wrap my mind around all the different priorities and the best way to do things. This feels dumb. Because these are only needed for the overnight steam. So, let's see. Let's do some quick napkin math. So, in vanilla, you need about 1 accumulator per solar panel. So, that's 5,000... kilojoules of storage per 42 kilowatts of generation. Is that right? Let me Google it real quick. I think it's 0.84 accumulators per panel. So it's that times 0.84. So then that, so you need wow, is that for real? If that's for real, that's pretty crazy. You need 100 joules of storage per joule of generation. That's really cool if that's the actual ratio. If I didn't remember those numbers incorrectly. So then that means for every watt of generation, I need 100 watts of storage. So these each generate 200, I decided. So we've got 6 megawatts, right, of generation. So I need 600 megawatts of storage, which is 600 megawatts of steam, or megajoules of steam. Now each of these is 180. So I only need 5 tanks to get me through the night. 5 tanks, that's it. The rest of these tanks are to store up excess solar when we're not using it. So an extra amount of tanks should accomplish that. And I mean, I guess this system works fine because it'll stay fuller for longer. So it doesn't really matter if these are on this side or this side, actually. I think it's the same either way. The important part is just the relief valve here. So this will allow the extra steam. Yeah, because if input's the same as output, if we're using all of our solar, then we'll just be using the excess above 75%, which maybe it would be better if this was not. Yeah, maybe this would be better like this. Because 25% pressure. The main thing I don't want to do is just use all of this. Because I need some from the overnight. So 25 out of 90 times 12 would give me 3.3. So that I actually need, but I need 5 tanks of storage for overnight. So that's actually not great. Let me grab some wire so I can make some of the adjustable valves, because I don't want 75, that's too high. I don't want 25, that's too low. So I actually do need the adjustable valve. Thank goodness it exists. So we should just be able to grab some red wire. I'm going to grab half a stack, and then I can craft some beautiful, beautiful adjustable relief valves. And that will actually remove the need for auxiliary and relief from my hotbar, because this can fill the role of both. Woo! Good stuff. Okay, and so then I'll put this up here. And now we need this to probably be about 30, maybe 40. So I have 10 tanks. No, I have 12 tanks. Well, what am I doing? I need 5 out of 12 to not get used up, which is 41.7% of the tank needs to stay in the tanks, but that's out of 90. So we need that times 90%, and we get 37.5%. So if I do 40, then that's just about perfect. So even if we drop down to 40% pressure in the tanks, we'll still have 5 tanks worth to run these overnight, and that will allow me to do all the overflow that I need. And then I could put as many as I want here. It doesn't really matter. I guess the more that I put here, the more we can build up equity over time. It's actually need a space there. That'll build up more equity over time. I think the flow rate's actually going to be an issue here. Let's do here. Let's manipulate this just a little bit here. Okay, let's daisy chain these together. And then we want pumps. Oh, kind of annoying. That should be fine. Then we'll do 2, 2, 2, and 2. And then the pumps need to be powered. In fact, let me just craft a few of the tier 2 poles, because those will reach across the tanks. Perfect. Okay. So then that steam is just steam that builds up over time from extra solar power. Man, this is kind of dizzying, to be honest, but I am enjoying it. Yeah, so like once we're using all of our wind, then we're not using all of our solar, and that's when this starts filling up more. Yeah, okay, interesting. Very interesting. I think that's a good system. Whew. And if we combine that with wind, I think it'll work pretty well. Is this bad? Something seems bad here. Yeah. Yeah, what's bad is I just never vented the carbon dioxide. That was a really big oversight. There we go. Okay, so that works a little better. Although it must have, like, just recently backed up. No, it's been backed up for a while, it looks like. Okay, so that's fixed. Whew, okay, let me grab some more purple science. Now, why is purple not running at all? Because of plastic. Okay, yeah, I need to improve my plastic production again. Now, I wonder if there is a plastic in the purple science tier. Doesn't look like it. It looks like the next plastic we get is very complicated and requires chemical samples. So we're not going to do that. Alright, some more purple science. Sweet. Okay, what were we doing? I feel like there's another little project I was dealing with. Well, I need to grab more power poles. That's a thing. And I think that was actually it. Now this guy is also making blue science a lot slower than we want blue science. So that's a problem. That's only 0.08. Now 240, those are making 300, so what's... Oh, that uses a decent amount. Okay, I need some more filters. That's part of the problem we've been having. So altogether, those use 390. Altogether, those make 450. Okay, perfect. So we can actually drop one. But blue science is only being made at half the rate of the others now. So we'll need to fix that. And we'll need plastic to be faster. Ugh, that's expensive. The good news is advanced fluid handling is going to help me with a lot of this. It will make these setups a lot more dense. And I have fresh water now. Or I mean, I keep calling it fresh water. I have pure water that I can get from fresh water from wells. And do I have air filter 2s yet? Are we close to that? Air filtration 2. Ooh. We're not close in terms of research, but we actually have all the ingredients to make them. And air filter 2s are crafting speed of 3 instead of crafting speed of 1. They're 3 times as fast. So that's kind of a big deal. Air filters cannot use a module. But yeah, the distilleries having efficiency modules is also going to save a lot of power in the plastic production. Distilleries, as well as flotation cells and chemical plants. Those steps all add up. So I don't remember what these are, so I'm going to delete them. I want to kind of keep a pruned system here. So then, with plastic, I don't think I want these old PVC blocks anymore. So this propylene version, it just makes a lot of extra ethylene, which can be combined with chlorine to make more plastic. That's why this is so interesting. But now that I have the ability to not get brine, I think I'm just going to do it this way. Ta-da! So then that is easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And we can generate steam from this. Right, so if I want to utilize the excess benzene, we want this. Oop. I don't know why it always adds into the top. We want that to be its own block. Ingredient linked. But yeah, the benzene. And then we want to do the same thing here. Ethylene, move down, be your own block, ingredient input, link it, and then, oh, that's not right. Why is it using 30, oh, it's focus on the oxygen still, shift click, there we go. Perfect. So now we can see that we get a decent amount of power back. How much power is that? That is 149.5 plus 127 times 6. That's 1.7 megawatts. That's not bad. I mean, that's a decent chunk of the power we're using that we get back. And then we can just vent the excess steam that we don't use. Now, if I had a priority turbine, that'd be really great, but I don't. CO2, nitrogen, and oxygen can all just be vented. Wastewater needs to go. Steam can be burned. Okay, so I think I want another 2 plastic per second on top of the one I'm already making. So I want to make this setup. Oh, that's a lot of power. Except we can use modules. So these are all going to have efficiency module. And we're going to put it in everything we can. That drops us down to 12.7 megawatts. We still get a decent amount back. We get 552.8 times 6. We get 3.3 megawatts back. So that's not bad. 9 megawatts for 2 plastic a second from nothing. And what can CO2 go into? See... Wait, don't we have CO2 as an... Oh, hold on. We have CO2 as an input. So this is 288.5. We get back 103 of it. So about a third of our CO2 can just come from inside the factory. So this really doesn't need to be 100%. And that saves us a decent chunk of power and space as well. So this only needs to be about 66%. Yeah, maybe 64%. Okay, 65%. And now, then we have very little CO2 excess, which is better. Nitrogen, I still can't really do anything with that. I mean, it's an ingredient for polycrystalline, but I can compress it, I guess. But if I'm remembering correctly, does that even get me power? So I can use can these use modules? No, they can't. Okay. So 18 kilojoules times 105.5 gives me back 1.9 megawatts, and it uses 2.1 megawatts. Okay, so compressing nitrogen is simply a way to utilize surge power, and you actually lose efficiency. It's not a way to make power. So venting nitrogen is just as good, unless I need more surge power potential. Like, essentially, if I need more smoothing of the curve of power, I could use this nitrogen to help do that. Is that worth it? Not right now, is what I'm going to end with. Not right now. So then I don't really want to do anything with the nitrogen. And then the oxygen is used in a lot more stuff. So, yeah, I think I'll just want to put that in a tank and vent the excess, though. Because there's no direct processes where oxygen can be used to make power. I guess I could... Did I see a compressed oxygen? Yeah, I can't do it yet. I wonder if compressing oxygen is better than compressing nitrogen. Probably not. I'd imagine not. That's 4 kilojoules, so 4 times 32.84 gives us 131 kilojoules back. I guess it's more efficient slightly than nitrogen. You don't lose much, but it's the same concept where that's just surge help is all it is. Okay, well we've talked this to death, but I think we're ready now to make this all work. And then wastewater, I can correctly count for. And carbon dioxide, so we'll just have chimneys for all that. And turbines. Does this let me put turbines in as a user of steam? Don't think it does. Oh, you can condense steam back into water. That's interesting. I don't have that yet, but we could eventually turn that steam back into water instead of just venting it. And that's a very fast process, too. So it wouldn't take very much power. So then, instead of venting our excess steam, we could just turn it back into water to save us more power. Because then I don't need this. Although this is a tiny piece of the power puzzle. A tiny piece of the power puzzle. Alright, I need 24 efficiency modules, 15 filters, 4 flotation cells, 9 distilleries, 8 chemical plants, eesh, and 1,000,001 pipes. So, I'm going to start automating the pipes, and we'll probably end the episode before we get too crazy far, but I really need these advanced fluid handling pipes to be figured out. So rubber, underground pipe, and steel pipe. Then we just need to add more underground pipes. That's fair. That actually feels like a really fair recipe. I like this a lot better, actually, than the vanilla way that this is put together. All those little parts that the intermediate parts that you had to make for advanced fluid handling, I was not a fan of those. This actually makes more sense. The glass still doesn't make sense to me. So then this is just basically adding 2 pipes, and then that adds another pipe to go to the underground. Yeah, okay. So the nice thing about the 1 to 3s is all I have to have on hand is underground pipes, but these 4 I want to be already in my inventory. We'll do that and that. So we need underground pipes for all of them, straight pipes, glass, rubber, and steel. Okay. So this is a bit unfortunately packed in here. I don't know how to... Do I have the inserters turning yet? Ooh, I do. Almost. We also can make speed modules. Oh my gosh, what? Haste and efficiency put together gives you raw speed modules. So that's actually power saving. It doesn't look like it's power saving, but it works faster without using any more power. And then we can get our first productivity modules too, but that is much less efficient. So, and beacons we technically can make, but they're going to be expensive. And transmits 50% of 1 module effect to nearby machines. Well, I mean, we can start researching it. Okay, so then this... Let's just move that and that. That as an input. And then, interestingly enough, we need gravel, but we've just been hand supplying that. So what I actually need is this to have a priority output to the right. And then we need to go up and supply this with gravel. Okay. And then we need to get rid of some more gravel. So I can just put that in there. Okay. And maybe just a little bit of a buffer chest in case we have a drought of gravel for a while. Which I guess was already there, and I just undid that, but whatever. Okay, so then that's being provided in. This will go out there. And then this can go into this chest. So we've got those two on a belt. And for now, I'm okay still making them from steel, but I will switch to plastic once I have more plastic. So then we also need steel plate, which is here. And then rubber, which is interesting. What's the best way to do this? Probably that, split that. And then rubber could be something like this. And there you go, steel and rubber available for you. Bam, 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 bam. Okay, and then this needs the 1-to-1, so does that. So these go here and here. And then this goes into it. Let's see, where do I want all the outputs? Probably on the bottom. Goes into a chest, which goes into that. Which then goes into its own chest. Stack. This guy will go into a chest. And this one, I guess, will go into a chest here. Maybe that one should be 2. So that's the primary one. Okay. Connect up to power. Now glass is the problem. This guy needs glass. So we do need glass to be all the way up here. I have sandstone. Sandstone can be turned into glass, but with a gravel byproduct, and it needs water. For now, I might just manually put some glass in there. Because you only need 1 per. So, like, I think 500 glass should last me a while. Now, this is all stopped, which is worrisome. Why is that? Oh, I never connected the stone to anything. Okay, well, we'll end on that note once we'll connect up the stone. And then we'll be done this episode. Okay, so glass goes in here. And what's the current hang-up? We're just out of underground pipes. Well, that's slow. Jeez. Okay. We're gonna need to replace this guy for sure. Potentially, we need 2 of them. But at least that'll be twice as fast. Yeah, I don't think I anticipated that being as slow as it is. So we'll let that build up to 3, because that's a long delay. Or even 4. Who am I kidding? There's like little cost to that in the long run. Okay, so then I want to deal with stone. So that is here. I'll just cross everything over 5,000 times. This is ugly. I'd prefer that. Okay. So stone is on this second belt. And that will also come all the way over. And for now, I will simply put that in a big chest. I don't want to make 2 of those. Oh, that takes a while to craft. So we'll put that in a chest, and then crusher, stone into gravel. How fast is that? 2 per second? I can probably handle that with a single So then that gravel will just get merged in. Okay, so then, but priority, it's going to be left to go into a big chest. So we'll store up, I don't know, decent amount of stone. Do like half of it first, and then we'll crush it. I guess we'll add a second crusher just to be sure. Put that on the other side of the belt. Copy recipe. There we go. Okay. So that'll handle our stone problems. Sweet. And we still don't have sand handling, but we can do that pretty easily. All right. Well, that is, I think, going to be it for this episode. I just want to make sure these are all functioning. I believe they are. This guy's just stealing all of the 1 to 2s. But they only stack to 50, so he's actually already done. And this guy's finishing up. And I can even feed you some straight pipes. Sweet. Okay, so then we'll let that build up over time. And like I said, I'll switch over to making these pipes out of plastic instead of steel. I think. Is that more efficient? I think so. I mean, a single plastic, even with really efficient reusage of everything, the best I can do is about 4.5 megajoules per plastic. And looking at iron ingots, we get 1 iron ingot. Let's see, it's these two put together. So 1 iron ingot, so we get about 10 per 12. Is that 12? Yeah, 12 megawatts. So 1.2 megajoules per ingot. And then these are 2 comes from 5, so 2.5 times 1.2 is 3 megajoules per steel ingot. So then we got to compare these costs. So from 2 steel rods, we get 3 pipes, whereas when we're using the plastic... Oh, actually... Oh yeah, so steel's better then. Steel's way better than plastic. Someone was trying to convince me, I forget who, that the plastic way is actually a lot better, but after that quick analysis, unless I'm really missing something, this is a lot better. Because a steel rod is less than a steel ingot. We get 5/4 from a single ingot, and then from a single rod we get 1.5 pipes. So 5/4 times 3 halves. That's too much to do in my head. 5/4 times 3 halves. So we get almost 2 pipes per steel ingot. And we said it's 2.5 iron ingot. So it's only, we get, wait, what did I just do? I think that's not what I wanted. So 1.875 is how many pipes we get per steel. So if I take that to the -1, this is getting really complicated. And then that, let's see. So it was pipes per steel. This is steel per pipe. And then multiply that by 2.5. That's iron per pipe. That's what I wanted. So 1.3 iron ingots for a pipe or 1 plastic is kind of the overall question. Granted, I'm not taking into account the power to make. Oh, but these don't even... This is not even factoring in... Oh, yeah, hold on. We are... This is far better because medium furnaces too have a module slot. So if I put efficiency in that, oh yeah, okay. Plastic, unless I'm really missing something, or the plastic recipe, the third one we get, but we don't get that for a long time, right? I mean, yeah, that's a long way away. That's the green science. So maybe that one would be better, but yeah, I mean, plastic is technically a renewable resource, whereas iron isn't. So I guess that could be a factor, but yeah. So we learned this here today. Pipe 2 is far better coming from steel than from plastic. Unless, let me know if I am missing something in that calculation, but you know, I didn't factor in the power, you know, to do these three steps: steel ingot to steel rod to, well, that's the same as to a pipe. But I'm imagining once you start putting efficiency modules in it, that the iron's like a billion times more efficient. And in terms of raw resources, I actually care more about power than raw resources right now. You know, because in terms of raw resources, like, yeah, you have to collect the iron, but that's not that hard. So then the only other question is, like, what's a more compact setup in terms of space? So in terms of power, steel's definitely better, like a lot better. In terms of raw resources, I don't care because I have a very large 7 million iron patch right here. So once I start pulling from that, I'll be fine. There's even 2.3 million here. So I don't really care about that. So the only other thing I could care about is space. And I think it's probably a wash. The plastic takes a lot of space. So in any case, I am going to be done for now. Except, hold on, speaking of the very thing, what's going on with our iron? Oh, just the miners. Okay, well, I'll figure that out later. But thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you all next time.